All right, so welcome to the CCIE Enterprise Graded Lab Environment. Let's jump right in and take a look at what it consists of, what it's going to look like for you, and give you an idea on how you can navigate through the lab and the sort of things you're going to be looking at working on in the graded lab as well. So this is module 2 of the CCIE Enterprise Infrastructure Graded Lab. This is the do module, so design, operate, and optimize lab. Let's jump straight in and let's take a look. And what we're going to do first is we're going to take a look at the dashboard itself, what it consists of, and give you an idea of where you should be looking to do certain things as you get into the lab and obviously want to make the most of your time in the graded lab. So the environment will take around 20 minutes to load, but once that's loaded, you'll be presented with a host, and that host machine is the one that you can see on screen now. So you will basically have the host, you'll have the instruction panel down there on the right hand side, and then you will log into your host, and once you've logged in you can see that this is what it's going to look like for you. So again, you've got your instruction panel there on the right hand side, and on screen you actually have the virtual machine environment which has everything that you need to get started and work on the graded lab. So once you're in and you've logged in, you can see, let's just touch on some important parts now. So you can see on the bottom right hand side, you actually have the time. So you can see your time remaining and how much longer you have left before the lab ends. You can see that we're in the instructions. We can see that we're in the infrastructure do lab. And we start off with the credentials section to actually get into your host. And then we've got some instructions on basically what you will be using to connect to other machines in the lab environment. You also have a table of contents, but before we jump into that, what I wanted to do was just touch on where you would go if you need some help. So we've got the little question mark here in the panel on the right hand side. If we just click that, that's going to give you your current ID, it's going to give you your host ID, and it's going to tell you which data center you're in as well. So you can see I'm in a London data center here. And then we have some frequently asked questions, which if we click on, it's going to take us to Skillable's documentation, which is very useful. We also have the other help options. So if we click help here, that's going to take us to the Skillable Studio. And if we need some more help, we can click contact us for Skillable. Now it's important to note any issues and troubleshooting steps that is going to be down to Skillable to resolve. So you need to contact Skillable and not Cisco. Cisco will deal with sort of the billing and things like that. So it's important to make sure you understand the difference between the two. If you want to review Skillable, obviously you can do that here. There's a little review button there that you can click on. So with all the help stuff out of the way, we also have a settings cog, and this is going to allow us to change the text size if we want to, change it to large, extra large, and we can also split windows here if we decide to do that. Now for the desktop itself, we have a few things. So again, you've got your screen size. You can change your screen size here if you want to as well. You also have your notepad, so you can use this as your notepad to note down any configurations or notes that you choose to do so. So that's gedit. You've got Postman, so that's going to be used for your automation and scripting, etc. in this lab environment as well. We have a terminal. I don't need to explain that. We've got two browsers, so we can actually use Google Chrome and Firefox. So if we click into Google Chrome, we also have two bookmarks. We've got ICE and we also have DNAC as well. So these are going to be very fundamental to your graded lab and are fundamental to the CCIE Enterprise Infrastructure lab exam as well. So they're already bookmarked for easy access in both browsers. So Firefox is the same as well. So you've got ICE here and then you've also got DNAC as well. So depending on which browser you want to use, it's totally up to you, but you've got both of them are there for you. Then we've got network topologies, obviously a key part of the lab environment. So we have, let me just make that a little bit bigger. So what we've got here is we've got a breakdown of different physical and logical topologies. So we can see we've got branch 3 IPv4, branch 3 IPv6, and then we've got the same for DC, branch 4. Then we've got some DMVPN information. We've got the HQ IPv4 and 6 information. We got infrastructure as a service details, service provider details, and then we've got the overall topology as well. So if you just click into one of these, it's going to open up a PDF and it's going to give you the topology that you need for this lab environment. So you can see that the overall topology here is more about addressing, I guess, the physical side of the topology. There is some IP information in there, but what you really want to look at is when you're configuring or working on a section. You know, let's say for example branch 3, you can see it's got all the logical information here. So we've got the interfaces, the IPv4 addresses, you got DMVPN information here, port channel information, and IPv6 information, and so on and so forth. So if you really want the detail, then you can delve into the topologies themselves. And what I'd recommend is maybe opening, you know, a few of them or all of them, so then you can just flick between them as and when you need them in the tabs. One thing that I will point out as well is, you know, we have access to this on one screen because of the environment, but in your actual exam environment, you are going to have access to 2 screens, so you can move things to another screen just to make things easier. So if you wanted to have your topology open on one screen and then configuration on another screen, then you can do that as well. So that's all the topology information there that you need for the graded labs. And then lastly, we have Remmina. Now, what this is basically an RDP client, and it's going to allow us to connect to the different hosts that we need for this lab environment. So for example, if we need to connect to R11, so router 11, it's going to console into R11, and if you just press enter there, you can see that we're in R11. So if I just do show IP interface brief, and you can see you've got the information there, show run. So that's going to give you access to all the devices that you need. So once you're in the RDP client, what you can do is you can actually use the 3 tabs at the top left here, and you can click on the other devices as well. You can see it's using a CML2 console server as well. But what you could do is, like I said, you can click on the 3 buttons there, and you can open the different ones that you want to open, and then start working from them as you wish as well. And then each one opens in a tab, so you can just flick between the tabs as you need them. So for me, when I did my CCIE lab, I think I pretty much had every tab open just to make it easy to flick between. So that might be something that you want to do. But one thing to note, as you can see here, like I've just done here, you can see I've opened now R6. So I've got 2 of the same ones open. Now, as you open all of them, this might get a little bit confusing. So it's worth just making sure you only open the ones that you need to have open. Now, sticking with the client, just for now, the main window, if you click home, is going to take you to the main window of the client itself. If you want, you can duplicate the current connection that you've got. So for example, it's going to open another R6 here if we want. If you press the plus icon, and then we've got other ones where you can resize, full screen mode, then ones are blanked out. You've got switch tab pages, We've got tools, so we can copy, paste, select all, increase font, etc. So there's a few things we can do here. Screenshot, and then we've got the disconnect from that current one, and then minimize as well. So there are a few things we can do here as well. We can see that the plugins are all SSH, so regardless of changing or trying to filter between RDP, VNC, SSH, we can see that all these are SSH connections here as well. So that's your RDP client. And now going to, and let's just make this a little bit wider just for the purpose of this. So going to now the instructions. So once you understood the host itself and you're ready to get started, what we can do is we can carry on with the instructions. So if we just press next at the bottom, we're going to get brought to the table of contents as well. So this is everything that we're going to need to do in this graded lab environment, and hopefully get configured in a time that we have. Now, one thing I just want to point out actually before going on is the end button. Be careful with that, because if you press end, it's going to ask you if you want to end the lab, and if you do press yes, that's going to end your lab environment. So let's just say no, not yet, and continue. So we'll start with one is basically going to tell you that it's a carry on from the design section. So now we're going to deploy, operate, and optimize our network. And then, it speaks about the topology and it not being necessarily the same as maybe what we've seen in the design section, but it's pretty similar as well. So you've got a complete network topology link as well. That's just basically going to open up the topology itself. The good thing with this is you can move it once this does open. You're not opening this within the actual virtual client. So you can actually move this to another screen, so you can have that topology open on another screen if you want that. Now, if we proceed with next, this is where we actually start with the instructions to start configuring. So we can see we start off with 1.2, and this is working on layer 2 technologies in the HQ. We've got a list of devices that we're going to be working on here. So we've got switch 101, switch 102, and switch 110. And we're going to configure these according to the requirements, basically bullet pointed all the way down here. So we can see we've got some configurations and things, tasks that we need to do here. And then we're going to what looks to be spanning tree protocol configuration. And yeah, you just work through it essentially. Now there's no, for those that haven't taken a real CCIE lab before, there is no specific order that you need to work on these tasks. For example, you could start on 1.3, you could start on 1.4. It's totally up to you. But what I would say is that some of the tasks, some of the sections, so let's say 1.2, it may have a dependency on another section as well. So let's say, for instance, if you configured 1.3 first section, they might have dependencies on 1.2 being configured in order to maybe bring up a switch or bring up a VLAN in this section, for example. So, it's up to you to work out, a method to get through and to make sure everything's configured and working before the time is up. So yeah, just moving on with the different sections. So once you've done 1.2, you then move on to 1.3. And as you can see here, you've got a new list of instructions. And you just basically work through all of this until you get to the end, essentially. You've got the SD access stuff here. So this is going to be more focused on accessing DNAC. You'll have the I stuff as well. You can see that the DNAC information is presented there. And then once you get to the end, you essentially get a button here which changes from next, as you can see here, to submit. So once you press submit, what that's going to do is it's actually going to grade your lab environment. Okay, so before submitting for a grade. What I will do in this example, just so that we can see what the grading looks like, is we'll just head back to section 1.2, layer 2 technologies, and let's just configure a few stuff in some of the switches, for example. So let's connect to switch 101 here, and let's do some configuring. Do show run. Let's just take a look at the existing configuration on here. Okay, so as you can see, you've already got some configuration on these devices as well. So what I'll do is I'll just bring up my notepad. Let's just add some configuration that we're going to use, and then we can copy it all in. Okay, so it looks like we've got a few things, so hopefully that's enough. I'm not going to spend all my time configuring this just for this example. I just wanted to do a few things just to show you what the grading would look like. So if now I go to, let's just go to the end now, and let's just assume that I've finished, I've tested everything, everything's working, I'm happy with it. What we can do then is we can submit, and then once we submit, make sure that you're ready to submit. If you've got time, just double check, triple check that you're happy with everything. And then once you are happy with everything, we can say yes. And now you can see it's going to grade. So this is what the grading looks like for the do module. So you can see once it's been graded, and I must stress that the grading can take up to maybe 30 minutes. So go grab yourself a drink, some food, whatever you do, just don't refresh the screen or close the page, because it will just show grading. Just leave the screen and wait until it's finished grading. But once it's finished grading, what you'll see basically for each task whether you've configured something correctly or not, and then you've got a score, overall score out of 69, and then you've got a score for each section on the right hand side here as well. So you can see for each task, things that have been correctly or incorrectly configured, validations, all these tasks. So you can see that it'll go through and it'll basically give you an idea of what you've configured right, what you've not configured correctly as well for each section. So for example, with the configuration we did, we can see that task 1.2 correctly configured the ether channel, we've correctly configured LACP, ether channel for port channel 13 is configured correctly, and show spanning tree summary. So it'll give you an idea of basically where you are and how ready you are for the actual lab exam for the do section at least as well. So this is the closest you're going to get to having an environment where you can practice your skills and prepare for the real thing. Before you close this page, what I would also suggest is at the top you can see that you can print or export this. Before you close this page, please do print or and export this, because once you exit this page you cannot get this information back. So that's module 2, the do module, deploy, operate and optimize of the CCIE Enterprise Infrastructure graded lab. Do let me know your thoughts. Do you think you will find this useful? Is it something that you think you would like to purchase and go through ahead of taking the real exam? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you've got any feedback, then again, let me know as well, because I can feed this back all to the relevant teams. If you found it useful, please do like, please share, and please subscribe. It helps me massively. Thank you for watching.